Loeffler tradition for the last 6 years. Biggest fight in Triple G career. I'm going to tell you why, and you're going to say yes or no. He's 36. Canelo is 28. There could be no time for redemption if he loses.
Yeah, we're not considering
I know.
the loss. This is the biggest fight in boxing. This is what we've been working forward to. This is what we've been working towards the entire time. I mean, you remember the fight with Boxer almost exactly 6 years ago on HBO. Since then, he's been the most active fighter on HBO. 14 appearances on HBO since that Boxer fight. He's got a style that the fans love all over the world, not just in America, not just in Mexico, all over the world. And this is the stage that he's wanted to be on. So we have to take full advantage of this. Gennady's ready. He wants to get Canelo back in the ring. We all felt that he clearly won the first fight. Feel that in the shape that he's in right now, that he's the best prepared to win the second fight as well. You know, I'm sure Canelo's going to change a few things on his side, but I don't think there's any stopping the way Triple G looks right now.
We can call it the haters interview part 3 because I'm gonna.
Part 3.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, part 3 because I'm gonna run two things by you. First of all, Bernard Hopkins saying those defenses are not really legitimate.
Well, I think Bernard in the ESPN article he was quoted that he was acknowledging.
But he changed the narrative.
Okay, well,
last night.
I think it's all. Been documented that Felix Sturm wanted absolutely no part of Triple G, and if the mandatory can't get a shot at the title, he was defending when he was defending those titles. There's only so much you can do. He fought everyone that would get in the ring with him. We saw what happened with David Lemieux, who's on this show. It's a great fight. David Lemieux and Spike O'Sullivan. But David Lemieux was the very first champion to agree to get in the ring with him. Sergio Martinez wanted no part of Triple G. Sturm, like I said, wanted no part of Triple G. We tried to make the fight with Chavez, and Top Rank made a huge offer for him to fight. And I think when people saw how Triple G dismantled a great champion like David Lemieux, big puncher.
Basically with the jab.
That scared the other champions away. So, yeah, basically with the jab. So, we are here now. The doors have opened to where this is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. Triple G is successful, then I think there's going to be many more huge opportunities for him.
Another thing that I want you to go a little bit at length, because for the last couple of months, the stuff I'm reading is how Triple G changed, that he was such a sportsman, now he's speaking out of his mind. You know what I'm talking. I mean, I know him for 6 years. You know him longer and much, much better than me. For me, he did not change at all. He was always a no-nonsense guy. No BS, just fighting.
That's right. He is a no-nonsense guy. I think he took great exception to the positive tests, to the suspension from the Nevada Athletic Commission. That's why he became so outspoken. He feels.
But he didn't change his mind. He was always this way.
He was always that way. He feels out of respect for the sport of boxing, which he loves, and he's a great ambassador for the sport of boxing. He feels that.
It's live, so we're all good.
We're live TV here in the media center. No, he feels that Canelo had this responsibility of an athlete of his caliber, of his financial means, that there shouldn't be any questions, shouldn't be any reason for a banned substance to get into your body. So that's why he was outspoken. Other than that, he's never attacked Canelo personally. He has been very critical of the positive test, the suspension, and that Canelo never really took responsibility for it or even apologized to Triple G. I mean, Triple G was the one that he affected the most. All the fans that came in to Vegas for the May 5 date, the hotels, every sponsors, everyone that was involved, and Canelo never really took responsibility or apologized to Triple G. But we're past that at this point. The Nevada Athletic Commission has said that Canelo is off the suspension. He's allowed to box. He'll get licensed, and Gennady says, look, if the commission licenses him, because a lot of people have even said, okay, if you feel that, if you're that critical of him, why are you fighting him now? And Gennady says, look, if the commission licenses him,
clean,
and if he did all the VADA testing, then he's going to fight him. So that's where we're at today.
There's another stuff. I mean, you're saying we passed that, but I mean, you've been part of boxing for 35 plus years. I'm not counting your age, please, no way. But it's true. And such a great fight, and there is no face-off during the press conference. And what I am hearing, you guys have no problem with that. Canelo side, I read the report, said, no, we don't want a face-off. Is it true or not?
We could have done a press tour. We could have done a face-off. There was no issues on the Triple G side. He feels that he has no problem looking Canelo in the eyes because he has nothing to hide. He feels that Canelo is the one that doesn't want to look him in the eye. But the face-off will happen. Face-off will happen on tomorrow for the weigh-in. Friday for the weigh-in. They will be facing off with each other.
And Saturday, even more important face-off.
That'll be more important. That'll be the big face-off. It'll be the first time they're actually, they were together at the press conference. They didn't do the face-off, but it's really, we're Gennady as a champion, and he feels it's his responsibility to promote his fights and this fight to the best of his ability. I mean, we've been open to the training camp, to media interviews. We went to the UFC fight here in Las Vegas. He got honored with a Las Vegas Golden Knights jersey. So all these things that happened, and he's just happy. Fight week is here. He feels great, and he's looking forward to Saturday night. It's going to be the first fight was a great fight, but I think this one will be even more aggressive.
I agree.
Even more aggressive fight because they clearly don't like each other. Canelo took exception to the comments that Triple G made, and Triple G was very outspoken about the situation. So I think we're going to see a lot of fireworks on Saturday night.
The last question, because you are a super busy man. We understand that. Thank you for your time, Tom, again. Everything what you said, I agree. But no one except maybe Abel Sanchez is being around Triple G more than you are. Do you see...
And his wife.
Yes.
But not in training camp.
Not in training camp. Excuse me to Miss Golovkin. But everything what we are talking about, even my first question about him, will this fight define his career?
These are the fights that get broadcast all over the world. This is the biggest stage of boxing.
But he did so much. One fight could not
add to his career. I mean, he has a legendary career already. If you can tie Bernard Hopkins' record, which he has 20 title defenses right now, if you have a 23 knockout streak, composed mostly of championship title defenses, you can unify other titles. And this is a legendary career. If he can beat Canelo and break Bernard's streak, and then I think it just takes him even to a higher status. But right now, I think everything that Gennady, that's why Gennady's comfortable with everything that he's accomplished. There's still a lot more that he could accomplish.
So there's no extra pressure. I mean, you don't see him acting differently or having different conversation than usual.
No, there's no extra pressure. He's more relaxed this time than I've seen him for a lot of other fights. Whenever you go to a different venue, whether it's London, whether it's New York, it was the first time he ever fought in Las Vegas, so there were a few things that were different that he wasn't expecting, and I think now this time around he's going to be better prepared for that. We're not overlooking anything this time around, and
a ghost.
Yeah. We're not overlooking anything, and we're going to the detail on every aspect of every part of the situation.
Thank you very much, Tom. I appreciate your time.
Thanks, Peter.
Thank you.